Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 4. We will discuss about economic analysis approach on IPM. Let me introduce our member. My name is Valentina Tini Putra with student number 61. There are Muhammad Isyawi Bowo number 62, Rolis Apriliawati number 71, and Amanda Faiza Anjani number 73. Pest control decisions. In IPM, every decision of farmers regarding pest control measures must be based on consideration of the economic benefits and costs of these activities. Difference between benefits and costs is profit. Control measures are carried out if this action provide benefits to farmers. On the other hand, if the action isn't profitable, pest control activities don't need to be carried out. In such conditions, control activities are said to be economically unfeasible. In IPM, pest control measures must be based on pest population data in the field collected from pest monitoring activities. Economic level and economic threshold. The economic threshold is the density of the pest population that requires control measures to prevent the population increase from reaching an adverse level. Many factors can affect the economic threshold value of a pest, including the type of plant, type of pest, agroecosystem, consumer views on commodities, time, and others. The concept of the economic level consists of economic damage, economic injury level, and economic threshold. The position of each concept can be seen in the image above. Efforts to determine the economic threshold value of a pest can be achieved on the following basis. 1. Based on local experience gained over a long period of time, so that experience can be believed to be true that a certain level of population density, if not controlled, will cause economic losses. 2. On the basis of stipulations in other regions or countries, if indeed the economic threshold value for the area doesn't yet exist. 3. Based on research, the economic threshold value is considered the best, because it is based on an analysis of regional determinants that can be scientifically justified. There are several basic properties of economic threshold, including 1. Economic threshold is determined quantitatively by using the same unit of measure as the sample unit of the observations made. 2. Economic threshold is determined taking into account many factors of production, economy, community tolerance, biology, and ecology of pests and plants. 3. Dynamic economic thresholds are not temporally and spatially static. They must be site-specific. 4. Economic threshold needs to be constantly reviewed and adjusted to the development of various variables, such as product prices, controls, pesticide prices, etc., and community tolerance for crop damage.
The steps for determining the economic threshold value are as follows. 1. Determine the main pest. 2. Determining pest population density. 3. Determine the amount of crop loss or plant parts or result. 4. Look for the relationship between density and damage. 5. Estimating damage in value for money. 6. Finding the relationship between population and the value of money. And 7. Calculating control cost per unit area, like material, tools, and laboratory. Economic damage and income threshold. According to Mine 1977, wilt is any form of the plant psychological deviation as a result of the activity of herbivorous insect population, both feeding and laying eggs. Plant damage is a loss felt by plants due to pest attacks, among others, in the form of decrease in the quantity and quality of production. Plant injuries can be cause damage. Economic damage begin to occur since the break-even point occurs, namely the density of the pest population called ALE. Control carried out under ALE are detrimental because the value of lost yield saved is lower than the cost of control incurred. The weight of potential yield loss, kilogram per hectare, that occurs at the break-even point by Stone and Pettigo, 19 and 72, is called the gain threshold. Income threshold, kilogram per hectare is management fee per product price. Income threshold unit is the weight of the product kilogram per unit area hectare. For example, if the cost of pest control incurred by shallot farmer for one season is 275,000 rupiah per hectare, well, the price of shallot is 500 rupiah per kilogram. And then the income threshold is 275,000 rupiah per hectare per 500 rupiah per kilogram, and then we got 550 kilogram per hectare. This figure shows that in the order for the insecticide treatment to be heavily beneficial, the shallot set by the control measure are at least 550 kilogram per hectare. From the result of the study, it was known that the average population of one larva per plant resulted in a yield loss of 225 kilogram per hectare. And then the ELE value of the shallot pest was 550 per 25 or 2 larvae per plant.
Economic injury rate calculation. ALE is the population level. The break-even point of the planting can be obtained by the ALE value, namely, ALE is equal to P divided by H times L times R. H is a production price, P is pest population density, L is plant wound, and then R is plant damage. ALE occurs when NKH equal P, where NKH equal H times PKH, with H is production price, and then PKH is weight loss yield. Experimental technique to obtain plant response function. Number one is natural population observation. The simplest way is to make observation on many plots of plant. In each plot, the population of certain pests and the amount of injury and damage they cause were observed. Then from the yield data obtained for each plot, the number of yield loss is obtained. From this pair of variables, the desired regression line is obtained. Number two is natural population modification. This method is better than the first method because the population density is more precise so that the function of the relationship between population density and result can be obtained. However, when using this method, it is necessary to know in advance the effect of insecticide on plant psychology so that adjustment or correction can be made when conducting data analysis. This method can be used if the pest population in the field is high enough so that it can be reduced as desired. Number three is using artificial population. To avoid the drawbacks of the second methods, first, maintenance and propagation of pests are carried out in the laboratory or greenhouse. Then a certain number of population are invested in experimental plots according to the desired population level. Usually, for experiments with this method, the experimental plot is enclosed with a screen house. The effect of the screen on the pest population and also the growth of the plant needs to be considered and taken into account. Number four is wound simulation. To imitate or stimulate the condition of plants that are injured due to attack by several levels of the pest population, artificial wound can be carried out. For example, by making holes in leaf, cutting leaf or other plant parts according to the actual wounding process that looks for in relation to the loss or result suffered. Before doing this method, it is necessary to conduct research on how far the simulation methods can represent the actual situation, especially in relation to the different effect of injury by insect pests and the effect of sharing on plant growth and psychology.
Use of economic threshold in control practices. According to Pedigo, decisions regarding the use of pesticides to control pests using the threshold concept can be divided into 4 groups. Namely, first, no threshold. Usually, the use of pesticide is based on the age or level of plant growth, especially in the growing phase, which is considered sensitive to certain pest attacks. This method is called pesticide treatment based on a spraying schedule. In this way, the population in the field is not used as a basis for consideration of the use of pesticide, but is more emphasized on the principle of prevention with the intention of killing pests first before pest attack plants. Second is nominal threshold. Based on empirical data, information can be obtained about the population level or the intensity of damage at what level the pest is economically detrimental. It can also be seen at the population level how many pests in the crop can still be tolerated. The level of the population that begins to be felt the result in adverse yield losses is then used as the control threshold. Third is simple threshold. The control threshold or economic threshold use has been obtained through special research activities such as the calculation example above. The four main inputs for calculating ALE include product price, control cost, yield loss per pest, and yield rate. Fourth is comprehensive threshold. The comprehensive control threshold is a future control threshold that has taken into account all aspects of dynamics and interaction between ecosystem components, including weather factors. To obtain this comprehensive threshold, comprehensive research activities are needed that are carried across disciplines, involving many experts from various fields of science and using an ecosystem model approach and analysis.